Good job on that, Tim. Here is Pedro Martinez back for the bottom of the 7th inning as he approaches 100 pitches on the night. Jerry Hairston Jr. is first up. Then Melky Cabrera, Jose Molina, and no surprise to see Mariano Rivera getting loose in the bottom of the 7th. That bridge may be creaky getting to Mariano Rivera in the bullpen, but once you get to him, he usually delivers for New York, and there's a guy who should be thrilled with what he's done here tonight, A.J. Burnett.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the bridge to get to Mariano Rivera. Right there, A.J. Burnett. 7 innings of 1-run baseball.
And just 4 hits and 9 strikeouts, and maybe most importantly 2 walks. One of them was intentional. First pitch is strike to Jerry Hairston Jr. His grandfather, Sammy Hairston, was a catcher in the Negro Leagues, had a cup of coffee with the White Sox in 1951. Jerry's dad, Jerry Sr., was an outstanding pinch hitter. Long time with the White Sox in the 70s and 80s, and a teammate of our own Ozzie Guillen, and we're thrilled to have Ozzie with us during this World Series. And for Jerry, his younger brother Scott is an outfielder with the Oakland A's. So it is a baseball family. The Hairston family, and Jerry is 0 for 2 in this, his first start in the postseason. Good swing. Strike 2. Leading it off, Hairston jammed a bit, fights it off, fouls it. Still 0-2. Saw Charlie Manuel go down to the end of the dugout, talk to Pedro Martinez, who told him I'm fine. And here is Pedro now, over 100 pitches. He threw 130 pitches in a start against the Mets, 8 scoreless innings during the regular season. He's at 103 right now as he tries to finish 7 innings. The 1-2.
Something Joe Girardi could do this inning if Mariano Rivera is coming in the top of the 8th inning. Joe could pinch hit Jorge Posada if Hairston gets on, if Cabrera gets on.
I would say, and I would imagine you would agree, only in that situation.
Yeah, right. With 2 out, nobody on, no way.
Hairston off the end of the bat into right field. Jerry Hairston Jr. will hold at first with a leadoff single.
If you're gonna pinch hit Posada, you might bunt here. If you're not going to pinch hit Posada, you're going to swing away with Melky Cabrera.
And the other problem is that unlike the LCS, Joe Girardi is only carrying 2 catchers.
Right.
So if you insert Posada into the lineup and something happens to him, then what?
Yeah.
Francisco Cervelli was taken off the active roster in favor of Eric Hinsky.
Phillies looking for the bunt. I don't think he's bunting here.
Shows it, pulls back from ball 1 low. Pedro Feliz is a terrific defensive third baseman, charging with that first pitch to Cabrera.
Now one would think if you're going to bunt in this situation, the only reason you would bunt is to bring up Posada. Otherwise, no bunt.
Instead, a hit and run, and it's a line drive, base hit to right. Gardner turns and goes all the way to third. Here comes these fans' chance to serenade Pedro. on his way out. And with this game about to be turned over to Mariano Rivera, you would think for a bigger offensive threat in Jorge Posada trying to add to a one-run lead.
Very interesting infield positioning here. The infielders are halfway. They're not all the way in, but halfway. Trying to cut down Gardner at home because Rivera's coming in the game. Phillies thinking that there's no way to allow the Yankees to score another run because 2 runs may be insurmountable with Rivera out there.
Posada takes a breaking ball down and in, ball 1. First Philadelphia reliever to work in 8 days. Chan-Ho Park. That's foul. Eric Karros on our Chevy pregame show said that he didn't think this was a must-win situation for the Yankees. I know you disagree with that and talked about it at the beginning.
Be awfully tough to go into Philadelphia trailing a team that's 11-1 in their last 12 playoff games, covering 2 years. Down 0-2.
There's another strike from Park. He's throwing harder this year. 92 miles per hour, strike 2 on Posada. And a line drive, base hit to center, 3-1 New York. Joe Girardi, who's had every move dissected and picked apart, has had a good 7th inning offensively. Jeter, that's strike 1.
We don't know for sure, but I think Melky Cabrera faked the bunt on the first pitch to get into a situation where he could hit and run. They did it, 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and it set up the inning.
That's strike 2, throw down to second, and Rollins did a good job to keep that throw on the infield as he lunged to his right, and it's an 0-2 count on Jeter.
Well, Melky Cabrera gets in the way of the throw. Watch the play by Rollins. You're right. That was a terrific throw. And Ruiz has to throw over Jeter. Of course, that was unintentional. Now you take the bunt off. No balls, 2 strikes. No way Jeter's bunting again. Too good a hitter.
And he strikes out trying to bunt.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not often that you go in, you sit in the booth and say that's a bad play by Derek Jeter, but that's a bad play by Derek Jeter. No way do you bunt in that situation. No way.
It's the first time that Jeter has struck out 3 times in one World Series game. And here comes Charlie Manuel. And has not pitched past the 5 1/3 inning mark. Here is Scott Air with runners on at 1st and 2nd, 1 out, and Johnny Damon at the plate. It's a 3-1 Yankee lead. And a breaking ball in for strike one. Scott Aru has a loose bone chip floating around in his left elbow. Important part of this Philadelphia bullpen from the left side against this Yankee lineup. His 0-1 is hit hard and stopped by Howard, who throws down to second. I think the first base umpire is saying that that ball was caught on a line, and then Rollins tags the runner Posada to end the inning. That's a double play, a line drive double play, and Posada was tagged out by Rollins for going off the bag.
Brian Gorman put his right hand up immediately. Watch the first base umpire. Oh, that was a short hop.
Yep.
So that was a bad call. Posada couldn't see it. That is a short hop, not caught in the air. But the double play turned by the Phillies in yet another bizarre inning.
So we go into the 8th inning, game 2. And on this play, the bottom of the 7th inning ends. Girardi pleads his case. It's 3-1 New York.